It is the 25th day of we as in women empowerment. Oh my gosh. We as in women empowerment, it has been 25 days during Women's History Month. I have committed to continuing a live video or a video pre recorded in any of those two content forms. I'm committed to delivering to you every single day for the month of March. My name is Kareen Mills. It rhymes with bills. You know the one, the dollar bills. Good evening, everybody. Tonight, I am going to answer an internet inquiry that I'm actually going to answer it as if I am the mother of this child. Okay. It's a young child, 25 years old, make really good money living at home and having a dilemma. Of course, when you're younger too, you're looking for advice. It is, I really commend this individual for seeking for advice because it's not easy. And a lot of young people are very stubborn. Most young people are very stubborn. So I commend this person for really asking for advice. And then this is the title because this was the headline of the question that he asked. And then there's some certain expansion, and I'll show you guys in the next slide. And we're going to break it down. 25 years old on 75,000 salary with little expenses, forced to purchase a new car. And I want to tell you, he says it's forced, right? To the moms out there, I know I serve the women, but he says it's forced, but really it's just the way it is, right? Cars starts weakening on you. Car starts dying. They don't live forever. They don't run forever. And so essentially he's not really forced. The reality is his car is just old. Hey guys, my name is Kareen Mills. It rhymes with bills. You know the one, the dollar bills. I'm a financial educator here on YouTube, empowering women to get rich and give. And tonight, I am going to create content as if I'm advising my own son because I have two sons. And I love my sons when it comes to this because they're always coming to us for advice. They're not afraid to come to us and talk. And we've really made it easy for them and have always had an open channel of communication. It doesn't matter if the communication has to do with finances, it has to do with their feelings, it has to do with their school or decision making that they're going through, or friends, or sports, or any of that. We have always had an open line of communication with our boys. They are this year going to be 15 and 18. Oh my gosh, I have a college student now. I am no longer young. I remember when my mom was my age, I would look up to her and think, and thought, my gosh, my mom is so old. Now I am that mom. Okay, guys, let's dig in. Okay, here's the whole thing, right? And there's a lot to unpack here. And that's why I chose this, because I really like this kid. I know, 25 years old. I was once a kid. I really like how this individual is really putting himself out there and really asking questions to make his life better, right? 25 years old on a salary of $75,000 with little expenses, forced to purchase a car. And in essence, he's not really forced to purchase a car. So let's break this down. I have about 20,000 liquids saved. Kudos to you. 25 years old with 20,000 liquid saved. That's very commendable. And I'm looking in the 30 to 35,000 range. What is everyone's thoughts on that number? Okay, that's what he's asking. What are your thoughts on the 30 to 35,000 range? So I'm thinking he's thinking of buying a brand new car maybe, or maybe a used truck, because I know, like, I see the Toyota Tacoma words on the bottom, and those trucks don't come cheap. They're one of the most expensive standard trucks out there, but they do last for quite a while. Toyotas are great cars. We are a Toyota family. I drive a Lexus, which is still a Toyota. We love Toyotas. They are very durable and they run for a while. So great. Looks like this person is also a Toyota lover. So already, like, two great things he's doing, right? I'm looking in 30 to 35 range. What's everyone think of this number? Well, my thought process is I'm going to treat this person like he is my son, right? And that's, guys, when I give people advice, it's always like that to me. It's either I'm speaking to maybe my mom on the other side. I look at the image of a person. I imagine the image of a person, like this description of 25 years old. That can be my child. That could be my son, right? And so I'm going to treat this one as if I'm giving an advice to my own child. So he said, I really like to save money. And for the mamas listening to this is also important for you. That's why I touch on this, because we want to be an example to our children when it comes to money, right? Our children only learns what we show them. They don't normally, or they rarely learn what we tell them. So this is why I chose this topic of conversation for the mamas out there. Money and don't have much. I really like to save money. So he loves seeing his money grow in his savings. And this person did not mention where is the money sitting. Could be in a savings checking or investment account. And frankly, I would also advise this individual to look into investing, because when you are young, time is your biggest asset. When you are young, time is your biggest asset. It's not money. And so had he, I don't necessarily know how long this individual's been going to work, but historically we know that investments, they grow, right? So there are a lot of people out there that are conservative in their style of saving or investing, and it's just a matter of your risk tolerance. How much risk do you want to tolerate? Risks that don't keep you up at night, essentially. That's how you gauge it. So he said, I don't know how much I should put down, what monthly payment I should hope for. I live at home currently. God bless you. This is the best situation for you as long as your parents are not sort of kicking you out or wanting you to move out. Because the next question is, but would like to move out soon. Or the next statement is that this person would like to move out soon and would have a monthly rent of 700 to 1,000, depending on what he chooses. He goes on to say that his take home is 4,000 a month, and once a quarter it's about 6,000. My take home is 4,000, and once a quarter it's about 6. So I'm guessing that's like bonus money, extra 6,000. So if you like to save, like he said he likes to save, listen, you don't have to buy a 30 to $35,000 car. You don't have to buy a brand new car. You can buy a 3-year-old car for less money. And on the bottom, you said, I like Toyota Tacomas, which is normally a lot higher on the tier of prices. F-150s, don't get an F-150. Lexus SUVs or Toyota 4Runners, you have expensive taste. Those are expensive cars. So try to find a car that'll fit a $20,000 budget. And current rates right now, this is March 25, 2024, are a lot higher than ideal. So if they're a lot higher than ideal and your money is just sitting in the savings account, you may just want to find a car that fits the bill of $20,000 and just pay cash for it, because you want to you want to weigh the pros and cons, right? So if rates are 5 to 8% at 30 to 35,000 range, or if you put 10,000 down, you're looking at 20 to 25,000, you're still going to have a monthly payment, especially when you're planning to move out with 700 to $1,000 in rent. I would recommend that, given the information that you're giving here, to get a car you can pay cash for, unless these accounts that is liquid saved is in your investments, because investments might make you more money than the interest rate. And if the interest rate, I would see if you can get pre-qualified and see how much those numbers looking like for you on a monthly payment, numbers and figures, so you can make an informed decision, because we don't necessarily know exactly what to advise unless we could really look at your credit report, qualification when you apply. So my number one recommendation is to go to your local bank or your credit union or whoever you're already banking with and find out what those numbers look like first before you make an informed decision whether or not you're going to put a down payment, carry a loan, or just go pay cash for a car that is less than $30,000 to $35,000. So those are some of the scale that you need to weigh when it comes to making a decision. Decision number two, you're thinking of moving out. If you were my son, I would say get that car cash and pay it off. Start your savings over and start putting some in the investments so that your money grows for you while you go to sleep. Also, start saving for a down payment between 3.5 to 5%, and go buy yourself either a multiplex or a larger home that you can service. Not larger, but essentially like 4 bedrooms, so you can house hack. Because by house hacking, if you're a single male individual, young, you don't need to have the whole house on your own paying for all of the mortgage. So you can manipulate your cash and you can manage your cash better that way. And over time, you might just live there for free because the tenants will pay for all of your bills. Ideally, though, a duplex, a triplex, or a quadplex would be a great starter for someone that is 25. If I had to do it again, that's what I would do. If I had to do it and advise my kids, this is what I would advise them. And that way, you're not having to worry about a car payment. You live at home for a little bit longer until you can have your emergency fund again rebuilt, and then get you save yourself a down payment for a home. Renting is great, and I know there's some of you out there that are all about your renting, but that's not the track that I went on. And I went on the track of buying my home, and it has worked really well for me. So if you have another advice that is against my advice, totally fine. We can't all agree in this world. But I am giving my sons, as if this was my son, right? Advice based on my own experience and what has worked for me. So, with that said, thank you so much for being here, you guys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't yet. If there's any topic of conversation you want me to talk about or create content for or training for, make a comment below and I will capture it for you. Join Raw Rich Anonymous Women is where financial independence meet girl power. It is my paid membership platform community, and I have office hour 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time that you can hop in anytime you're free every week, every Monday inside Rich Anonymous Women. Thank you for being here. Let me just stop the share. Thank you guys so much for being here. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.